I don't think we can see you.
Oh, okay. Squeeze over. There we go.
Yeah, not our usual
Not our
setup.
usual setup.
Not our usual office.
We're all together.
We are away, remote working.
Yeah. We are all in a hotel in Calgary, the Hotel Arts, for Wine and Wellbeing's Wild 2022 conference.
Yes.
Yeah.
So excited.
Oh my God.
Excited.
We're here a day early, well, a couple days early, and the conference is tomorrow.
Mhm.
So we all wanted to get together today and do kind of a podcast almost in a way.
Yeah,
and
just
talk
like
together about
like a bonus spur of the
Yeah.
moment kind of episode plus a live, because we're all content queens.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love content, social media, all things online.
Yeah. So let's just do like a little round of intros for
Yeah.
everybody. Amy, would you like to start?
Absolutely. I'm Amy Nicole. As Hannah said, we're here in Calgary, but I reside in the Okanagan, and I work online, work remote a lot for Chic Studios, which is a school for education in beauty, as well as Wine Women Wellbeing, the director, which is all through the Okanagan, hosting events, and Chic Creative Community co-founder with Courtney Miller, which is online, on demand, as well as in-person education.
Yeah, it's awesome. Nicole and I have obviously had a taste of your content because we've helped a little bit with your social media. And
Mhm.
Nicole,
Yeah, so I'm Nicole Hiller, one half of Showing Up Solo with Hannah, as well as I have my own business, Nicole Hiller VA, but Hannah and I are here for Wine Women Wellbeing.
yeah,
And what a great opportunity to connect with other incredible women. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Courtney?
Yeah, and then I'm Courtney Miller. I am also co-founder of Chic Creative Community with Amy, and I think like all of us also have my own business doing social media coaching, Courtney Miller Digital, and yeah, super excited to be here and chatting with all you ladies. It's fun because like Hannah and I had known each other online for a few years to begin with. This is our first time meeting in person.
I know.
Like, amazing.
It's so crazy.
That's so
and
cool.
Nicole
That's
too
so
now
wild.
for a few
Yeah.
months. And
Like
so,
Courtney's been my client, I've been Courtney's
Yeah.
client.
Yeah,
It's
the
all-
power of the
Community.
internet.
Yeah.
Community, yeah.
Instagram really.
But that was the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And so now we're in this opportunity where we get to be like in the same room together,
Yes.
which was like what kind of inspired this
I love it.
conversation.
Exactly. Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm Hannah of Showing Up Solo and of HM Virtual Assistants. And yes, this is what we've been talking about because we've had all these wonderful online relationships. Like all of us met online.
Yeah.
And then actually, Amy and Courtney, did you meet online as
Yeah.
well?
We did at first.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Through social media.
And we've got these like really amazing both friendships and business relationships through all this online marketing. And now we can finally have opportunities to meet up in person. And it's sort of, how do you switch gears or marry the two together?
That's the kind of $1 million question. And I think that there is, for some people, it takes a little bit more time. For others, they jump right on in because that's what they're wired and what is comfortable for them. But there's definitely that piece in the middle that people take their time and just ease into it. But
Yeah.
And
meeting in
maybe-
person is great.
Yeah, and maybe for some new business owners who started their business during the pandemic and haven't been able to actually go out and do in-person networking yet,
Mhm.
maybe you're still, you don't know how to approach it or how to,
Mhm.
like what to do, or you've never had that opportunity before. So that's why we want to talk about that today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can say for myself like that, you just described me.
Yeah.
That was me. So
Yeah.
same with Hannah.
We both started our businesses during the pandemic. And
Mhm.
so we had to build a client list from zero using just online and virtual like networking
Mhm.
opportunities. And like, we've been so excited because this is like our first opportunity to network with people in the
Yes.
flesh
Yeah.
where you could actually be in touching distance of them. And you could actually have that really organic, like easy conversation kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
energy that you get from being with other like very like-minded people in the same
Mhm.
room, like there's just something very like
Inspiring.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't replace that piece
No.
online. It's really hard to sometimes, especially with online teaching or coaching, there's still that screen.
Yeah,
So to
exactly.
actually be together is super powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Amy and Courtney, you have been actually hosting some in-person events for a little while now, right?
Mm.
Would you like to just tell everyone a little bit about what kind of events you're hosting and how you promote them, how you get people to attend, especially in times where people are still a little, we're from BC, so it's a little, iffy.
Absolutely. So like Amy said, she is director of Wine Women Wellbeing Okanagan. So we started doing our in-person events November of 2021. So we've had every single month an event since then. And then separately with our Chic Creative Community membership or company together, we've done almost, I think, monthly kind of workshops or connecting collabs together as well, business meetups. Yeah. So the first piece I think for Amy is we started with Eventbrite.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's that idea and that conscious mindset to say we are going to meet in person.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it all starts, because for us, we actually did not host the events previous to November. Not only for Chic Creative, but also for Wine Women Wellbeing. Yeah. So in November, when things were easing up, is when we kind of hit the road running.
Brand new, too.
So exactly. Yeah. So it's the idea, and then the Eventbrite, so we can get public. And everybody can know about it. And
so we started with Eventbrite because that had some great SEO for also through Facebook ads with Eventbrite together. So if you are doing that, that's a great way to do it. And then the second piece of it is we really tapped into our social networks in a way. So we tapped into the influencers within our community, inviting them to come to our events, to promote it, to share it with their friends, bring a few of their girlfriends, and kind of it just ballooned from there, really. We're also posting consistently on social and always trying to do that engagement piece with every single one of our posts to get people to either, like or comment or respond or buy a ticket or come, buy a ticket to come to the conference or to the manifest tour or anything like that. So for us, it's also just consistently showing
up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think the stories and Instagram have also done a big piece of that as well, in being able to show who we are behind the scenes and showing all of our events and showing just kind of that in-piece aspect. So people, they get FOMO in a way when they're watching it back and they're like, I want to be a part of this. I want to be at the next event. So that's kind of where we started with it.
Well, and I think when people see other people out, they start to see like, okay, not just the FOMO, but it's like, that reassurance of like, okay, I can do this. Like, I want to do this. I want to get connected. Right.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Yeah. And we had a lot of new people to our region too, that had never met other people. So they wanted to come and meet new friends and meet new connections. And we were really able to provide that space for them in person to be able to do that.
Yeah. Social media was definitely the strongest asset to be able to, even after an event, be able to deliver that story of what happened, when more events are coming. So I think it is very much a partnership between whichever platform you post. I know for a lot of events I've done in the past, I've used like Meetup, or I've used my website or email lists, but Eventbrite is an incredible tool, and marrying that with social media is pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's incredible. Because I was thinking, like, one of the biggest challenges, like, let alone like getting together at an in-person event, but spreading the word without the chance of like just word of mouth, and you know what I mean, like the initial getting your feet off the ground. You're still going to do it very much online. And then I think my next question would be, so you're at this in-person event and you're networking, what do you do after that? Because we've spent so much time over the last years, most business owners have been working on their sales funnel, their online marketing. How do you get from an in-person communication to getting their email, or getting interacting with them online so you can book them as a client?
Community,
warming up that lead.
Yeah. For us, it's really about making sure that every person that comes into the event or into the room, that we are acknowledging through Eventbrite holds their contact information. So they're aware from the minute they enroll or sign up to kind of the after piece when we're asking for feedback. So they're used to hearing from us. And then with our specific events, with Chic Creative Community, it's actually one ticket, one person. With Wine Women Wellbeing, we do it a little bit differently. It's one ticket to you could have 10 people because other people buy for other people. So we make sure that we add those contacts when they are checking in.
Okay.
So every person is accounted for, and we follow up, and we're very clear that you will be hearing from us. We want your feedback, but we also want to stay in touch and build that community.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And I think the piece too is we also make sure, so for anybody who's ever doing events, like we have name tags. So everybody feels comfortable with each other, and you're able to approach somebody or, you forget somebody's name, because I'm the classic.
I'm terrible at names. Terrible at names.
Being able to welcome them and then have like their name in front of you. And it just also helps after the fact when you see them coming back to events, you're like, oh, right, I recognize this name. I remember who that is.
Yeah.
And it's that piece that it's that, just that personal connection.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
such a simple fix to something for a big problem that a lot of people are scared to reintroduce themselves. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. And the second piece too, I would say for anybody who is going to like a new event is to either bring a business card with you or to bring something like a QR code where people can scan and exchange information together.
Yeah.
And Amy and we just went through this because I was like, I don't have any business cards because I didn't print any over the past 2 years.
Yeah,
because I haven't needed
them.
it, right? So I think that's a key piece. Business cards are still a thing.
Yeah.
They work.
Well, specifically we did QR codes actually, because it has more information on it. So I really thought that that was something that shifted because of the pandemic. It wasn't something that I had for myself before.
Well, and everyone uses their phones, and
Exactly.
like restaurants get you to use your phone to look at the menu. So why not just open up a website?
Well, and you know what's interesting? So when I first started my business back in 2020, I was and I hadn't quite figured out online marketing. I went old school, and I went and dropped my business card off at a few places that I thought would be good clients. And some people were like, I can't take a business card from you. It's like a pandemic, and like they didn't want to take things,
didn't want to touch it.
which I understand. Like it was, we were right in the thick of it and everything. But so this time around when I got them printed, I have a QR code on them now, and that QR code goes to my lead magnet.
Yeah.
So that right away I can capture their email address.
Yes.
So even if they don't want to take the card from me, they can still scan it and
touchless.
And then you've got that contact information.
Exactly.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
To have a freebie with that.
Yeah, I think people crave to socialize in some way, shape, or form. So I think finding kind of even when they get an email and it was an event that they enjoyed or an experience through a workshop or class, like they're excited to, see that email. The open rates, as long as you're delivering something that people want and is not spammy, I think it's all good.
Yeah. We have a client who's in real estate. So they're of course very much used to handing out like postcards and business cards and flyers and that kind of thing. And we've been encouraging, haven't we, Nicole, to put QR codes to their lead magnets on their postcards. So even though someone's getting something, they can still scan that and get into their sales funnel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Another fun one I've seen people do in the community, which is something I was going to start doing too, is just sprinkling their business cards in random places. So just kind of like leaving it on the table in a restaurant or putting it like in a hotel lobby, like the coffee table or something, or just kind of discreet places. So people, if somebody comes across it, they see it, they read it, they might take it home with them.
I actually really like the coffee shop ideas. You see like the coffee boards and you always see the cards. Because I always look at them. I'm like,
while you're waiting for your coffee. Something to glance
who
at.
do I know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Make sure it's bright yellow then.
That I've been baking up an idea that I've been meaning to do for a little while around. I live in this little fishing village near Vancouver. And so there's all these really cute shops that are very boutique. They're not anywhere else. And I see them on social media. And so I've been like, if I'm in there, I tend to I try to do a selfie or a story or something and tag them.
Yeah.
Just to show that I'm like promoting them to my followers, but also then they can see that I'm out there and might get interested. And I've been thinking like that would be good too, to like make sure that you're collecting all the information of local businesses so that you can shout. I think you do that for Wine Women Wellbeing.
We do. That's a huge part of our kind of
strategy.
mission. I think it's feeling the love back right? So as much as we want people to attend and come and join us and sip with us, which is our hashtag, come sip with us, we want, them to want to be part of it. And
we will always tag them, shout them out, put the location wherever we are, do a business spotlight on the account. It's really powerful.
So apart from obviously your events, which I'm sure are flawless, what has been the best event you've attended post pandemic?
Other than our events?
Other than your events, because that's a given that those are amazing.
Well, I think we're probably about to attend.
I was gonna say, I actually haven't been to any other events other than ours.
I have been to really. I went to an event for a jewelry brand that was launching in the Okanagan, in Kelowna specifically, and it was small and mighty and so impactful. It really was all about storytelling for their brand and how they came about, what their mission is, their purpose, how they give back. The people in the room, we were just all like, wow, like eyes wide open. And I left with such an incredible, powerful energy that I think, that is just, stuck with me. And So
we also had the Boss Up event. I forgot about that one. Our friend Jessica from Grace and Flow hosted back in November, and that was kind of the first big kickoff event that was for a lot of people, and that was really amazing because there was probably 200-ish people in the room for that one too, and it was really amazing to see everybody together, and that was a lot of fun to watch. And Amy was on the panel for that too. So it was fun. But.
Yes. Yeah. We definitely, I think with COVID, as everybody was super surprised and didn't know what would happen, just had that, spark still within them, or at least hoping and wishing for that the days like today and this weekend and, more of just amazing events. With people connecting.
I think it also speaks volumes to both of you as hosts, like just, witnessing you yesterday for happy hour, it was just, you're very welcoming to everyone, you're so approachable, everybody feels like there's somebody. So
everyone felt like they belonged there. And like they'd been personally invited, which I probably had, but you know what I mean? Like it felt very much like almost like every individual person was the guest of honor. That's a really great feeling.
I think if anybody out there is watching and thinking about events or planning events, something that is really notable to, just remember is, name tags do help, but also really getting to know who's coming to the events is really great, because when you make every person feel important, they're going to want to keep coming back.
So, and then they bring their friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's actually something that you could do. Because I noticed yesterday at the happy hour, we were all getting everyone's socials. You could make that part of the form that you fill out where people can put their information, and you can start following them ahead of the event so that you can get to know them, get familiar with them, and they'll start to see your content too. Exactly. So you already feel like you know each other. It's a bit like I feel like even though this is the second time I've seen you in the flesh, first time I've seen both of you, I feel like I've known you. I mean, I have, but do you know what I mean?
Really known. Absolutely.
This online relationship that we probably would never have met if it hadn't been from developing an online relationship. So it still is so valuable. But it's like finding the way to just keep the online personal and keeping it going after that in-person connection.
I have really enjoyed, I really was never an online person other than emails and really just regular business. And because of moving the entire, everybody went online in some way, shape, or form. I really have enjoyed my time online, but as a hybrid. I don't ever want it to be all online. I love it in person, but I really get a lot done when it's I am having this online time to be able to not rush and drive to a meeting here and there. So it's really nice to get a lot done and feel like, you're good.
Absolutely. I just saw we have a comment actually on our live.
Let's see. From Cup Chat. Irina? I found your Instagram page last week, and I want to say that you are really amazing, and I really hope that in future we will meet at events which you organize. I will continue following you.
Oh, amazing! Thank you so
Hi.
much.
Thanks for joining.
We hope to see you soon too. Amazing. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. And I think that's, unless anyone has any parting remarks, I think we
I would love for everybody to follow us on social because we are very social on social and we will follow you back.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm Amy, Chic Studios, and together we are Chic Creative Community, both on Instagram.
I'm Courtney.MillerDigital on Instagram and Chic Creative Community.
HM_virtual assistants on Instagram or Showing Up Solo.
And I'm Nicole Hiller VA or at Showing Up Solo.
Yeah. So let's all get connected.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
If you have any questions,
Thank you,
feel free to
everyone.
put them in the comments below and we will get back to them later.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.